Hello, everyone, and welcome to Roll for Frog. With me, your Marshmaster, and my friends, the Hobby Heroes, and Grandpa Marcus.
Shut
And
up.
we were just talking right before this, and you didn't miss anything, but there's a reason. We're starting 15 minutes later. As I was bragging about Lancer, because that's a great system, and we should try it sometimes. But I think it's too hard for me to run as a DM and also teach you guys all how to do it. But if you're at home watching this, try it. Look it up. It's interesting. Anyway, we're joined by our good friend Pocket Bard. I wish I had more fun, creative ideas like I had for the past 20 episodes introducing Pocket Bard, but I'm out of ideas, so we're listening to it, and it's great. Um, Last we left off, I guess we go straight into the adventure, right? Did I forget anything?
Sure. No.
No, not yet.
All right. Last we left off, we met a friend, or well, hung out with a friend, Maddie, who drunkenly wandered off into the city and probably made her way home to the Temple of Ilmater, but who knows? And the rest of you also went home late at night or earlier in the night, but all drunk. After getting paid by the Blackstaff, who said that she would be in touch for a new job, but also some of your houses apparently had gotten a certain visitor, maybe or maybe not, who seemed to be maybe unhappy about some name drops that were partially had. Even though there was one thing very clear, rule number 1 about Fight Club is we don't talk about Fight Club, but you didn't inform Maddie of this, and so Maddie talked about Fight Club after being in your proximity for too long. The brain cell was not with you on that day.
Never is.
No, the rule is supposed to be broken. That's the whole idea of Fight Club.
I know, but it's not that's not the idea here. If you die in the game, you die in real life. That's more what's happening here. It's like, oh, you break.
Hey, boss.
That's right.
That's right, exactly.
I mean, we're level 4. We can take on a vampire lord, right? Right?
No,
Right?
no.
No. Not even 10
No.
of us can do this.
No. Also, Arthur is cool.
He is.
My point. Why would you
No.
upset him? All right.
Because he's a vampire.
And so, each of you wakes up in varying degrees of hangover. I think I need just a con save from everyone, except for people who didn't drink, which I think Fletcher didn't drink, right? Yes.
Fletcher doesn't drink.
Hey!
Nice. That's going great.
I am in college for way too long not to be able to wake up from the night of drinking.
This is continuing my bad rolls from yesterday. I love it. Great.
You got your education with dwarves, right? Like, no wonder you
Yes.
wake up fully okay. That's nothing.
I just feel for Garrick that because he drinks, but he also eats in the meantime, his stomach is full enough to not have this constitution problem.
Yeah. I'm not gonna put any type of like, oh, you're poisoned or whatever on this, because that's lame. But just be aware how your character is feeling this morning, right? Sort of how well are they, as each of you wakes up. Now, I don't know if any of you have any plans to meet up today or to do anything on that sort of next day after having this really big adventure. Blackstaff said that she would be in touch, but you're actually not sure where she's going to be in touch, because she hasn't informed any of your addresses, technically.
Well, yeah, last time she sent us, like,
Pigeons.
birds. Yeah, birds, so...
True. Yep, I definitely didn't forget that. Yeah. Anyway.
Nola
Yeah.
would probably use that day to check up on her work and her other work and her parents' shop and maybe the guild to just make sure that she's not falling behind her duties and stuff, which she probably is after that week of adventuring.
Yeah, as you come downstairs, you actually see your dad probably already left to the shop, and you see your mom sitting at the breakfast table with a small pouch on the table as well. And it looks like she was waiting for you to get downstairs.
Good morning.
Good morning.
By the way, it was only Blossom that knew about the Baron visiting, right? Or like message from the Baron. Nola was already upstairs at that point, right? Or am I recalling things wrong?
I think, yeah, you weren't talked to yet. I believe you
so I don't know.
were being
So,
pulled upstairs.
hi, ma'am.
Hi. So, what's been going on?
Oh, I actually have kind of a day off today, so if you need me at the shop with anything, I'm free to help.
Oh, well, if you have a day off, then surely this will be something you'll be able to do today. Last night we had a run at the house, so someone stopped by, delivered a message. It was just a sort of a young girl,
Oh,
and it didn't seem really important, but she informed us that some baron is upset at you and your friends, and I was very worried, and you didn't come home until very late, and Dad stayed up and assured me it would be fine. So here we
oh.
are having a chat about that.
Um, are you sure there aren't any bills for me to check, or it's almost end of the month, right? So I should
Well,
probably go to those numbers.
yes, there is something for you to check. Someone has been leaving us money. We didn't know who it was. We assumed it was sort of a wrong address type situation. But my feeling is that whoever's been leaving this money is trying to blackmail us. It must be this Baron, so, and she holds up a pouch. I want you to go bring this to whoever that is and get them off our backs, because we're very much not interested in whatever friends you're trying to make.
Oh, okay. So first of all, I went late
She
last night
jingles
because
the
I
pouch.
was. Yeah, no, I'm taking it. Because we are out drinking on the yawning portal. It's fine. And then the Baron thing. Yeah, that's new to me. I'm gonna open the pouch to see just about how much money is in it.
It looks like it's around 50 gold.
I'm very confused.
As am I. Like I said, we assumed it had been sort of a wrong place, wrong address situation, so we'd been saving it for if someone were to show up. This is a lot of
How
money. We're not gonna spend all this
in
money
how
that's
many
not
pieces did
ours.
it came and how often did it came?
I think over the past 2 weeks, maybe in 4 or 3 deposits.
All right. Can I roll an intelligence check? Because me as a player, I'm blanking. Why do I have this money? And I want to see if Nola can connect any
Yeah,
dots.
sure.
Like why she would have that money. I'm confused.
Your mom just looks kind of upset, like she looks low-key angry. She's like, I don't know who you've been upsetting and who is trying to blackmail you or what kind of work you've been doing, but this money
I'm not
is not
sure that is the
ours.
blackmailing. At least I don't know. I was being blackmailed, and I'm pretty sure that if someone tries to blackmail someone, there is always a message following, and usually it's money taking, not money giving. So
So I don't know
I
what kind of
am.
work you have been doing that would make someone pay you this amount of money, which again, 50 gold is a lot of money, right? This is something you make in like a month's work is maybe 2 gold sort of thing, right? Who was paying you this amount of money for whatever you've been doing the past week when you've been so busy showing up home late? But you're gonna go to whoever this baron is, you're gonna give them this money back, and you're gonna be done with that.
I'm really not sure if. Okay, I'll try to figure this out.
I will say this.
So
I know that we don't have, the type of rich life that you might want to have, and that's maybe why you're looking at these types of jobs that are a bit more, I don't know, off the books. But we'll manage. Dad got up early this morning to open the store because we've had to, lay off one of the people that we had running the early shifts. But we'll be fine, okay? So you just stick to your studies, stick to your work. Don't do anything reckless.
I'm gonna go check up on that.
Alright. And don't lose that money.
I won't. Yep, I'm gonna go downstairs, say hi to Dad, and
See, he sort of bags
if
under
he
his
then
eyes because he stayed up last night to greet you and also is doing the early shift at the store. But he's an elf, so he
Hey.
takes it elegantly.
Maybe you'll go take a nap and I'll cover for you.
No, kiddo, it's fine. I got
No,
this.
really, it's fine.
Are you sure? Because you haven't been around a lot recently, and I want to make sure that your other thing, your with the professor, is still going great. Because that's a good recommendation to have, kid.
I'm sure that I can spend an hour or hour and a half for you to take some sleep.
All right, I'll take you up on that offer. I also didn't hear Mom shouting, so I don't know what you said, but good job.
I don't think that was a good thing that she didn't shout.
I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. Listen, I love her, but she's an enigma.
Listen, she gave me this pouch of money, and I really do not know where this is coming from.
Oh yeah, no,
Was
she's been
there
very worried about it ever since the
was there
first.
any note, or did the person that brought it say anything? Because I'm just confused as you here.
No, we just sort of it was just sort of deposited. Like we open up the store and it would just be on the counter.
Oh, that's weird. All right, go get some sleep.
All right. Thank you, kiddo.
Yeah.
Oh, he sort of walks up the stairs yawning.
And I'm gonna spend the next hour or hour and a half just standing to the shop and also doing the books, like doing the math and trying to find maybe this money was owed to us somehow and my parents missed it. So
Sure.
like trying to get to the bottom of this.
You can make an investigation check. You find no trace of why or of any money owed. Even looking at your own bookkeeping, like, oh, did we promise the Baron something or whatever's going on, right? Because there was the thing with like 25 gold and an item or 50 gold for everyone, and like you're sort of trying to figure out what was the thing about that again. No, but Garrick had the goggles, so then it must mean that we got the 25, and you sort of something doesn't add up, and you're not sure what it is, even on a dirty 20. This money isn't owed to your family. You don't know why this money is here.
That's unsettling.
Mm-hmm. Does anyone else do anything specific that morning?
Blossom would take a very nice hot bath and then head over to the church to finally kind of try to find Lydia to talk about the, well, wing situation because she had no clue why that would be, and he would like some more info about what's going on because it's not like basic. Yes, here, take some spells and this will be fine thing, you know?
Sure, sure. So you are gonna make your way all the way north to the sort of northwestern corner of Waterdeep to the Temple of Sune. Um, traveling through the city, it takes about an hour to get there because city's big, yo, and traffic is everywhere. Um, but sure, you catch Lydia, just sort of finishing up a pottery class, sort of cleaning her hands and turning around to greet you. Says, "Oh, hi. What's going on?"
Hello. Um, so trying to figure out a way to make this the most clear.
All right. Is it because you're not yet on
Um,
the schedule for teaching classes? Because I figured you'd want to come talk to me first about sort of what classes you'd be interested in teaching before putting you on the schedule. But I assume if you want to be on the schedule, I could just put you on the schedule.
no, it's not about that.
Oh.
It's something else. I trying to figure out how to say this clearly because it's
Mhm. Mhm.
also a little bit confusing to me as well.
Okay.
Um, so Yes, the day of the ceremony, we were going out to help this person find their girlfriend, and then a bunch of weird things happened, which included the fact that now in that scenario and a few others after the last few days, I was able to um almost I wasn't thinking to do it, but it just kind of happens to summon these um fluffy wings. I don't know what's technically going on per se.
Well, what kind of magic did you use?
I don't know. I didn't do it. It's more of an instinct almost, I
Hmm.
guess.
Well, there's magic that would allow such a thing, you know, strong types of alter self or fly spells, or usually something you would do consciously and not really something that is um, common within people of the church.
Mhm.
This magic usually is more for wizards, sorcerers, you know, the arcane
Yes.
side.
Hence why I am confused.
Well, something I've always thought about you is you have a certain spark, right? You have a certain energy, a certain radiance to your being.
Mhm.
Something not just anyone has. It's not just something I say to pretty girls, say, oh, you have a radiance to you, which you should say. If someone is beautiful, you should tell them. But this is
Yes.
a radiance I mean in a sort of magical sense, yeah?
Mhm.
And I think it might be something that is part of that. That is part of your person, your being, your lineage, your spark.
Right.
And I am unfamiliar with your lineage, as you are, so
Mhm.
it's something you'll have to explore, I guess, if you want to, and I'll help you with that, but
Mhm.
it's not something I have the answers for, unfortunately.
No, I understand. I just not sure if I want to do that per se, if I'm open to that.
Why?
Oh, it's hard to want to look for someone who has left you to nothing, basically.
Yes. I mean, I'm not going to make excuses, and I don't know the truth, and I could give you all these comforting words that might be the truth or might not be the truth. You know, maybe they were in danger,
Mm.
put you somewhere safe. Maybe they were attacked and you were sort of kept safe by. I don't know. Right? Maybe they left you. I don't know. I more mean it's something you should explore inside yourself. Something you should think about, you should dream about, you should meditate about, and you should talk about with your friends, with those that are close to you, those that have seen you do this, and those
Mhm.
that know you well. I don't think you have to find whoever your parent is. I think you have to find whoever you are. And that's pretty hard. And if you want to, I'm
Mhm.
doing meditation later today.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, I'm sorry I don't have all the answers.
That's okay. I wasn't. I just looking for like not an answer, but more a path, I guess, to figure it out. It's just us give.
I mean, in what scenarios has this occurred?
Um. Well, the first time it was because of there was a weird clash of different types of celestial energy in a way, and then after that, because well, the person we were after um got away by um cutting a rope and flying up through usage of gravity, and well, we were changing them. And the last time was because there was no other way for people to get out than able to get them over a wall.
So, situations of dire need. Situations where there was no other solution than to look within yourself to help someone else or to help yourself in that scenario.
But
All I heard was yes, and I asked multiple questions.
I already forgot what you were asking.
Do you think this is a type of magic that helps you, or a type of magic that helps others? A type of magic that forwards a certain path that could be traced back to some paths that are already laid out in the world, a path toward protecting others, or a path toward guiding others to find the path, or a path toward, I don't know. Where do you think that path came from, and where do you think it heads?
Well, so far it has been to be able to help others around me. So I feel that way. I do not know where it came from, but I know where it is going in a way, I guess.
Right, so you came to me saying you're looking for a path, but it looks like you know where this path is going, or at least are curious to see where it leads. Well, there you go.
Plus, I just needed some help to lay it out more clearly for myself.
Do you want to make a conspiracy board?
Sure,
I don't know they call it that, but it could be something to help you lay out your thoughts.
like a mind map.
Yes, but it sounds cooler if you call it a conspiracy board.
I
I'm
guess.
sorry, I've been hanging out with the clerics of Sune for a bit too long, and they're all about mystery, so...
Mm.
Alright, let's go do that then. Yeah, and she takes you to like an arts and crafts room, and you guys start sort of, you know, doing some arts and crafts, and just sort of laying out your thoughts and connecting some things about things that recently happened to you, in what scenarios did this happen to you, why were you doing this, and where you think that might lead, and you also, Lydia will say, so how did they manifest? What do they look like?
Um, never really tried to look myself, actually.
Well, that might be something you have to ask your friends then.
Yeah.
It could give us some idea of where this manifestation comes from. Right? Alright. I will keep this here. She gestures to the beautiful glittered up mind map. Um,
All the glitters.
yes. Uh, Sticker sheet, empty. Um, and, well, if you learn anything new, or if you want to join the meditation later today, then you are more than welcome to, alright?
Right. I don't know what my friends are doing, so I might want to figure that out first.
Neither do I. Speaking of what your
Well,
friends are doing, what are your friends doing?
Well, I would wake up and first of all see if Fletcher's still home.
Uh,
Fletch! Uh,
What time is it?
10?
Yeah, that Fletcher's out.
Fletch! Bob! Well, that was to be expected.
Sun's fully out. It's like
Yeah,
10,
of course.
10 a.m. at this point. You sort of look out. You're like, well, it's day. Everyone's working.
Musician's life. I guess I would actually start to go out and try to find a shop where I can get some carpeting tools. Just so I know the rules. First of all, question. It is still allowed to just do your handiwork yourself, right? Even with the guilds? As long as you don't do it for other people and get gold for that? It's just for
Yeah.
yourself?
Yeah,
Yeah?
don't sell it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Okay. Good. Yeah, then Gary was just like, because we cleaned that shit like for hours, and it's at least okay-ish now. Like we don't have to, you know, what do you call it? Let's just say clean it more. So just rudimentary repairs here and there in the upper part and maybe downstairs, just simple stuff. So that's what he thinks. So he will try to get some tools and some wood that is cheap, I guess. We'll just
Sure.
do that.
Sure. I feel like, you're in the dock ward. It's already an area that has. Oh, we're in the dock ward. Hang on, let me turn on some. You're in the dock ward. You already sort of know that ships need repairs all the time. So surely they have, like wood repair and extra different pieces of wood here anyway. So you can get a good set of carpenter's tools for like 8 gold pieces. Which is a good set that'll last you for a very long time, right? This is not someone's shitty second-hand set of carpenter's tools. So you can get a good set of carpenter's tools for about 8 gold, and then if you really want to get like enough wood that would allow you to fix that one, support beam that looks a bit rotted, and also I should maybe try and patch up that sort of water that's dripping down from the roof sort of thing. So you could probably spend 2 extra gold to get enough wood. You don't want to replace shitty wood with more shitty wood, you know? So I'll say for a total of 10 gold in that case, so 8 for the carpenter's tools and 2 for the wood, you could get some of this stuff for sure.
Alright. Yeah, that's what I would do. And I guess I would just go to the Trollskull Manor
Great.
and start doing garbage work. As Garrick has no idea what he's doing.
Sure. I feel like for this first check to do this, it's intelligence, right? It's trying to figure out what the fuck you even need to do. This is not strength or dexterity or like, oh, I do this. You first need to know what to do.
Sure. Let me quickly put in the carpenter's.
Are you proficient in carpenting tools?
No.
Alright, so then it's just a straight intelligence roll.
I just want to put him into my equipment real quick. Alright. Let's fuck this place up. Intelligence.
Let's start with the load bearing.
Woo! Of course that would happen. Because life hates me.
Can you roll?
Just want to say this is the second intelligence roll for the day, and it's the second natural one on intelligence.
Could you please roll for me a D? That's a net one. A D 100.
41.
So you're fixing up one of the upper floors, and I did say for each part of the tavern was 500 gold, so it's 500 for each of them. But this part that you were working on is going to be an additional 41 gold after you knock out
gold.
after you knock out a load-bearing pillar and part of the roof collapses.
41 gold. That is hard.
That's a net one, Marcus.
Still, that 41 gold. Nola was just stigmatized for 50 gold. Like, are you crazy? So much money. Like, I fuck up one wall and I'm dead.
Shabooming!
I'm just upset. Ignore me. Yeah, that's what I'm doing this day. Fucking up everything in my life again.
Marcus, as long as you know, we like you and we like Garrick. Please don't.
I love this
Okay.
action.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do
yeah.
not
This
need it for
is
anything.
beautiful.
This is brilliant.
I'm just updating the price list that we have. All right.
Whichever floor it was you were working on is 41 extra.
Yeah, it was probably the
Top 4.
All right. Then I think we have Fletcher. Where did Fletcher go?
Well, Fletcher got up a little bit early because he wanted to check out a place that he heard of, and he wants, if he can find, maybe in the castle ward, the House of the Two Hands.
You need to let me know
monastery.
these types of things
Monastery.
before we start the game, Jasper,
I'm
so that I can look
sorry.
shit up. I
It's
don't know
It's a
this.
monastery to Tyr. That's it. It's a place where monks are. I want to learn more about the way of the monk. That's it.
Alright.
Nothing fancy.
Okay. I don't have anything prepped for this, so I'll say we can do this in the roleplay channel later if that's okay with you.
No problem.
Okay.
Absolutely no problem.
Sure. But I am curious, why is Fletcher going there?
Well, he was trying to figure out something with Blackstaff Vajra. If there's something to the manipulation of elements, and he wants to know if the monks maybe can learn him something about, maybe. Well, I don't want to call it bending because then it sounds kind of copyrighted. But he wants to learn something about the ways of the monk, about how to maybe change some of the damage he does.
Right. Like I said, I'm gonna have to think about this one. I don't have any NPCs ready to go that are specifically
Absolutely
at
no
this
problem.
monastery.
It can be
Yeah,
later.
sorry. So we'll do that in the roleplay channel later, but assume
Yep.
you...
And afterwards, he would go to Trollskull Manor.
But yeah, it's safe to assume, though, at this monastery that you did find a person who was able to talk to you about this, because one of the other paths of the monk is the way of the 4 elements. So definitely could sort of talk you through some rudimentary type of elemental magic, but not anything that you can immediately, oh, now I know how to do all this shit, right? So, but something very rudimentary, I would say, where you're sort of like, oh, wait, I could maybe tap into this energy, or I could find sort of this, oh, you know, I already have this lightning inside of me, so maybe I could try and do something with that. So it sort of sparks some ideas in you, but it's not like a full, oh yes, I am the lightning master, come here and I will teach you all the lightning stuff. Not yet, at least. But we'll find out all the details later then, if you're okay with that.
Absolutely.
Alright. And you go to Trollskull Manor, and just as you get there, you hear a loud crack come from upstairs, and then some dust just flies out a nearby sort of boarded over window. You can just see this wood dust sort of come through the cracks from the upper floor.
I take out the hammer. Anybody here?
Yeah! I'm here!
Garrick?
It's me!
Oh, crap. I'll move upstairs.
Yeah,
What happened?
Full with dust in my face. It's like the color is weird.
Did you have the
now.
goggles of night vision on? So you just sort of
Absolutely,
have these like
yeah.
goggles.
Yeah, absolutely. And just a little bit of blood dripping down from the goggles themselves as it's the items. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to like fix up a few things, and yeah, another thing I'm not very good at.
You wanted to install a roof window?
What? No.
Well, there's a big hole in the roof now.
Yeah, you know, one of those like beams was like really rotten and I wanted to renew the wood. You know when you hit
So
the
you-
wrong like
So you studded it first, right?
what?
You studded it first, right? Something to take off the weight of the beam?
Sure.
You just cut down the beam.
No, I hit the beam.
The load-bearing beam.
I wanted to strengthen it. Yet.
Oh, I love you, bro.
Love you too. Wanna go eat?
I'll look in my bag if I can find some arrows that I have left. And I have a few. And in this part, I would like to break a few of the arrows so the tip breaks off. And take my hammer and just before this whole structure collapses, just hammer in some of the nails to keep it a little bit more straight.
All right. Garrick does have nails. Like he paid 8 gold pieces for a very nice set of tools. You don't have to do this to your arrows.
Well, if
I
he
have
doesn't,
like a fancy
oh,
thing around my
A fanny
finger.
pack, yeah, and a
Yeah,
whole
like that.
toolbox on the side.
Yeah,
It has like
I
fancy tools in it.
Gary
Dude,
looks
look.
manly as fuck, yo.
do
With
you have
tool
some?
belt.
Do you have some nails?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Wait.
Hold
No. Here. Okay.
It's one of these like
Well,
over the shoulder things that normally has like all these bullets in it, but instead you have like one that has a hammer in it, and then one has a screwdriver in it, and then it's like all the different type of tools. Yeah.
Yeah, the hammer is in the wrong pouch. Like, yeah, think here. Here's
so
some
let's
nails.
let's make sure this thing doesn't collapse because then we are boned.
Don't
Okay.
collapse though.
Can you help me? Just hold it. Just hold it. It's not repairing anything. It's just like keeping it straight.
All right.
Okay.
So what I'm feeling is Fletcher's also making a carpenter's tools check, but with advantage because Garrick is helping you. With intelligence still though, because this is figuring out where to put your. No, this is.
Yeah,
What?
I don't know what you
This-
expected.
What did you expect?
Or are you proficient in these tools? What would you expect then?
So intelligence.
Yes.
If it's
10.
it's
okay.
not a
10 is,
1.
10 is acceptable. 10 is
It's
acceptable.
10 times better.
Yes, you fix this hole, but you don't fix any of the costs that you're
No,
gonna
that's
have.
not a problem. But I don't want more shit to happen.
It's not 10 times my score, by the way. 0 times 10 is 0.
Yes. What is Flair doing?
Oh, fuck that.
Honestly, she will wake up, feel awful as fuck, and be like, okay, time for breakfast. And when she's eating breakfast, she remembers her father saying about the Baron, and she's like, oh fuck. Oh no. And, seeing this, she will take a look around everyone's houses, because that's her first thing, and seeing not everyone is not in their home, she's like, oh no. Oh, we're
Nola
in
is
trouble.
Nola is probably at her house though.
Oh,
If you do this in the morning, then I'm still at the shop. So yeah.
yeah, it makes sense. It will be just like, and she expected you to be not here, and be like, Nola, Nola, Nola.
Flare.
Can you talk for a bit? A little? Much?
I mean, there's no one here currently. I cannot leave the store because I'm the only one here, but yeah, I can talk as long as there are no customers.
At that point, your
Uh,
dad comes downstairs and sort of,
Oh.
yeah.
Alright, I did the books, everything is in check. So I'm gonna head out. By the way, Flair's here, and I also should pop into the university. So I will try not to be back too late today, but I don't know how much duties will await me elsewhere. So
You got it, kiddo. Be safe.
I will
You got it.
try my best.
I'm gonna pretend like I didn't hear that. All right. I'm Flair.
hello. Have a great day. And she will just grab Nola and young hair.
Oh,
out because-
I'm already going. Come on. What's
Oh.
up with everyone today?
Um,
Is everything
Oh.
okay?
no? No? I guess, no? I mean,
You guys.
yeah, because, I tripped on the stairs yesterday, or today, depends how you see it.
Are you
Um,
still drunk?
No, I feel like shit though, but,
Do you want some tea?
I-
We can go upstairs if you want some
no,
tea.
no, your mother's gonna be there and I don't want her to hear that.
Hear what?
Someone is upset. Apparently, my dad told
Oh,
me.
he came to you too.
What do you mean he came to me too?
Don't worry about my mom. She already knows. We already had this lovely talk. Also, by the way, I'm gonna make sure that no one is around us. Or like at least not in the ear range, so that they wouldn't directly hear. Did you get all of your payments? Because we've been getting some money that we were not supposed to be getting. It comes up to about 50 gold pieces. Did you get everything? Did the Archmage pay you?
Yeah. Again? Wait.
No,
Okay.
because my mom said it came to in 2 or 3 portions, I guess, and it comes up to about 50 gold pieces. And I'm sure I got all of my parts of payments. I'm pretty sure this is not the money I'm supposed to have. It's not the store's money. I just did the books this morning. So were we supposed to be getting like a constant pay from someone? I don't think we made that kind of deal.
Haven't? Okay, now that is even weirder. Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't even know who to return this to. My mom thinks
I
we're being blackmailed, but I don't think that's how blackmailing works. But after everything, she's not listening to you. Usually, when somebody blackmail you, you have to pay them, not they pay you. It's like I'm not blackmailing anyone. Why would I be getting money?
that is true, I guess. You know what? The worst part is probably that we're in trouble, I guess. And especially looking at what happened. And you know what? Normally I would be happy about extra money.
But not right now,
Um,
right?
yep. And that's a
Same.
lot of money.
That is a lot of money. I don't know if I should try to get back to the Baron with it. I mean, that's like what my mother told me to do, but I don't think that's the idea here. I'm really not. I mean, why at one point would he be threatening us or warning us and then still paying us? That makes no sense. If he has some secretive people leaving money, he would certainly be able to have secretive person taking away the money. So I don't know. This just doesn't make any sense. Do you think maybe one of our friends didn't get their pay? Did somebody leave in a rush, or did Maddie get her? No, wait, it was store 3 times, so it cannot be Maddie.
I mean, I don't know, maybe Garrick wasn't paid for some shows at taverns. I don't know. That's the only logical
But
thing
why
to
would it come
think.
to my house
And
without
that's
any
the
note?
illogical part. Okay, you know what? I don't know. But maybe
I was thinking it
seriously
was maybe Rainier, but I bet that he would make it fancy and with a note and explanation and stuff not to look shady if he owed us any money. So I don't think that's him. And then there's our secretive guy that we should probably stop mentioning.
mm,
I really don't think that is him. Um, it cannot be Archmage because it was in the span of 2 or 3 weeks. And it's definitely not Volo. He does not have this kind of money to himself. um,
mm,
am I missing something?
I don't know, but I have one thing to say. Maybe since Baron just told the families that he's upset with us, maybe he's not really that upset yet to kill us on the spot. I guess he could do it already, so we can go and explain things. Given that we're fucked either way.
Nothing makes sense at this point.
Yep.
Cats. Gods.
At that point, a little paper bird sort of flies in between you and then circles around Nola's head.
Please be the answers I seek. And I take it.
You read it. As you fold it open, there's a note inside. It says, "I am sorry these are not the answers you seek. However, I have also not yet found the answers I seek. I still require more assistance. If you would please come to the tower at your earliest convenience." Signed, Vajra Safar, the Blackstaff. And we each received the same note. But this time it's a little paper bird.
That would conclude my day of catching up on my duties. I'm gonna get fired from everywhere.
Maybe she have something great to say to us. Maybe. Honestly, nothing sounds good at this point.
Yeah. Alright, do you know where the gang is?
Nope, I was at Blossom's house. She's not there. Guys, I wasn't there yet because you were on the
Seeing how we have a day off, I would assume they are at the tavern with the extra money, probably hiring the carpenter that they talked to do some woodwork. We desperately need some help with this house.
Okay, so we're going there? Or
Yeah, maybe we can stop by the temple to check if Blossom is there.
yeah, makes sense.
I have a question because I do not know where in Waterdeep is my university or the Mapmakers Guild, but if it is on the way, I'm absolutely stopping there or like anywhere in the 10 minutes detour just to explain myself.
I'll say yes. That you could if you wanted to. Yes. So
Yes, I really want to.
to get to the Mapmakers Guild, there is this short halfling woman with sort of brown bangs and a perfect bob, immaculately cut, large round glasses, sort of sitting behind a counter on a stool that's raised up off the ground. Her feet are sort of dangling. In the middle of, doing some paperwork, further in are sort of the workshops in the back. But this is, where they're selling the maps and taking requests for specific maps and sending them off to certain places. More the front desk type situation.
Yeah.
And she looks up and she says, "Well, look what the cat dragged in. Didn't think you'd show your face anymore."
Hi. Yeah. I have one of the maps that I was commissioned. I know I'm behind on my commissions. I'm very sorry. I had a lot going on. Some of those things include the work for the Archmage, so I cannot really turn her down, and it's
Alright,
very
well,
absorbing.
you are aware that we still have to take your maps and add all the wording to them since you're not going to be doing that yourself. So if you're going to be late on work, then we're all going to get sort of in trouble.
I know. I'm sorry.
Do you need someone else to take over for your commissions?
At least for the next couple of days, yes.
Right. Listen, you're still a member of the guild, so this is not, you getting laid off, but if you're not going to be doing your work, we're going to need you to sort of figure out your shit before you come back and take more commissions, because we're getting paid for this, you're getting paid for this, and then if you're not doing the work, then we get angry people at our desk, and, yeah, well, you don't live here, so we don't really, have runners working for us either. So we were sort of just hoping you'd show your face again. And here you are.
And I did at my earliest convenience. So
Excellent.
I'm sorry again. I will try to figure all of this shit out, but
Alright,
it's
well,
hard.
in that case, I'll just sort of going to be taking over each of your commissions, so if you could just sort of lay out the tickets you still have, and then we can redistribute them amongst the current active members.
Yes, I have started on one of them, and then I have notes on two other projects. So I'm gonna leave all of that to you. It's gonna make it somewhat easier.
Right, wonderful. Are you doing that now? Do you have it with you, or are you going to come back
Yep.
later?
No, I did bring it with me. Because as I went out of the shop, I was planning to go to those places anywhere, so I was prepared. Yeah, so here's everything. Sorry and good luck.
Alright. Alright, well, come back here when you're ready. You're still a guild member. You pay us to be member of the guild, and we pay you to do work for the guild. If you're not doing work, then you're just paying without doing anything.
Yep.
Alright. And then you go to the university?
Yes.
So, Nola helps a professor,
Yep.
right? What kind of professor does she help?
Um, I would say Abjuration Professor because that is sort of her major. So that she would like to work under someone that knows more in the subject and can help her dwell into this branch of magic.
All right. So are you looking specifically for this professor or?
Yes. Well, I know where his office would be, so or there. I don't know who that is. I have not figured this out.
Sure. Yeah, you find his office. You can see there's light on inside. There's slight movement.
Professor,
Eh?
can I come in?
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, you walk in. This is Professor Quillbottom, right? Is that his
Yep.
name? All right. Yeah,
It is.
excellent. Um, sure. You walk in. You see, um, not too messy an office, but there's some papers here and there that could use some cleaning up. Um, you see a very large chalkboard, and you see a gnome on stilts who is working on something on the chalkboard and then sort of cranking something on the stilts, and the stilts go down a little bit and then sort of continues writing something. But as you come in, sort of turns around and then starts toppling over in your direction.
Oh, careful,
Ah!
please.
Ah! Catch me! Catch me! Ah! All right.
You
Yes.
really need to stop doing that, sir. You're gonna break something soon.
Well, yes, I'll stop doing it when they make chalkboards that are the correct size. Yes. What is wrong?
I just wanted to come in and excuse myself because I know that I've been absent the past few days. And I'm very sorry for that. However, I was recently helping the Archmage. Um, I was commissioned to do some work for her, and she has summoned me again today, so I won't be able to come in for maybe next couple of days.
Okay.
And if you need something, I can maybe take some work home and work on it in the evenings or doing some papers grade or anything like that.
Well, I have something else. Hang on. He walks around his desk, goes sit behind his desk, opens a drawer, pulls out some paperwork. If you're going to be doing some work for the Archmage, then I'm thinking you could get this signed so that she can sign off on some extra credit or something if you're doing that for her.
Oh, um, I
You know,
guess.
because you're currently working for me under the university, but if you um do this for the Archmage, we could still scale it under university work if you're gonna write a paper about it, but then you need to fill in this paperwork sort of thing.
Oh, I'm not sure if this is going to end in a paper per se. I think it might have been a bit more of a personal project. I could ask though.
Well, you're gonna be here working for me, or you're gonna be there working for her. So if you're gonna be there working for her, then you're not working for me. But if you're working for her and you write paper about it, then you're also working for me, sort of thing, right? It's the bureaucracy. I don't make the rules. I just follow them.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
What does that mean?
I,
Does is
I'll.
that Are you saying no? I
No,
just
I'm
have
taking
this
the papers.
beautiful. All right,
No, I'm
here's this.
taking the papers. So we'll
Yes.
see what I can do with the
For
Archmage.
now, I need you to get her to sign them so that the university knows what you're doing. That you're not here on the grounds, that you're doing some field work, and that you're researching some type of topic. So fill in the paperwork, inform us of what topic it is you're researching, and then we can scale it under university work. Because if Vajra needs anything, it's probably interesting.
Okay, I will do my best. As I said, I'm not sure how much of a personal project versus the research paper this whole topic is, but I will ask.
Okay. If it is not if it's a personal thing, then I expect you to well, go back to work tomorrow because again, university is paying you to be here and you're not being here. And I'm covering for you because I see you're a promising student, but if you're not here, then I cannot continue, calling you a promising student because promising students show up.
I understand, sir. I should go. Have a great day, and are you sure that is not a typo? And I point to the place where he probably just drew with the chalk when he was toppling off towards me.
Make an Arcana check. Maybe that's part of the equation I'm still trying to figure out. So I was thinking if I transpose the matrix, it could work, but it only works if it's an orthonormal matrix. Otherwise, I need to find the inverse. So I wasn't sure yet. That's why I'm trying to transpose it, but you know.
Have you tried integrating it?
The matrix?
It could work.
I could try, but I need to find a different in product then.
Oh yeah, I see the problem now.
Because the in product currently is not.
I'm gonna quickly write down the basic equation somewhere in my notes. Like, if I get a minute, I'll try to look at it.
Great. Wel, goed luck vandaag.
And I leave.
Alright. And then, did Blossom stay at the Temple of Sune?
I guess she would. That depends how long it would be until like the meditation, because if it's not a lot of time, then it's not helpful for her to go out and look for her friends.
I'd say you came here pretty sort of early in the morning, had this talk with Lydia, but it was not too long of a talk. So I think for Blossom, maybe you could go to Trollskull Manor, because that's also on the north side of town, right?
Yeah. So she should probably go there. Yeah.
And you find Garrick and Fletcher there fixing the roof. You can hear it from when you're sitting out in the street through the hole in the roof, the two of them arguing about Garrick doing this.
Why do we have a hole?
To get more air.
What?
In the roof?
Yeah.
We want to install another chimney.
Oh, that's a good one.
There's no chimney way. There.
First make room, then build chimney.
Yeah, we just started.
But I thought chimney started down, not up.
Deception?
That is just the.
Make a deception check, but I'm not gonna make Blossom roll inside. That's where you need to decide.
How do you believe this? 19? Yeah.
Chimney.
Okay. Can you come down? I have a question.
Sure.
Alright.
Because this looks unstable.
No, it's stable. No.
You guys make your way down. Yeah.
Like, I have like paper and pencils, and she hands them to you. Can you draw me, you know, those wings?
Like one of your
I
French
cannot.
girls. Sorry.
No.
What?
Can you draw them? Because I cannot look. I'm kind of focusing and not look. I don't have eyes. My mom does, but I don't. So, could you draw them?
What in the nine hells are you
Could
talking
you draw my wings? Because we're trying to figure out what's going on, or at least where it's leading, I guess.
Your wings.
Yes. Draw them, please. Because I don't know what it looks like.
Sure.
You have pencil and paper.
I'm not proficient at calligraphy.
That's fine. Neither is Blossom.
Okay, I'll try, I believe.
So, are either of you proficient in performance? So I would like a dexterity check, and if you have proficiency in performance, you can add your proficiency.
I have expertise. Can I have that as well?
Yeah.
Then? Alright, then it's plus
But it's
4.
dexterity, it's not charisma.
Yeah, I know. But it's plus 4.
Nice. It looks like Redford brothers know how to art.
They say while the roof is broken.
Yeah,
At least
they
you
don't
can do that.
Yeah, they're more the fine arts, you know. I would say, you know, some pretty high checks here. You get some pretty actually impressive renditions of proportionally correct drawings. Maybe on Fletcher some of the detailing of the armor isn't in, but you did specifically ask about the wings. So it looks like they both did put some focus in this to try and draw it. I think I would also like from Garrick and Fletcher a perception check, just a hindsight perception check, just to sort of see how well you actually remember them, right? You could draw them really well, but you also need to remember what they look like.
Makes sense.
With the box.
Sure. Again, beautiful renditions. One of them, at least the shading is definitely correct, sort of this pinkish hue. Neither of them saw you when you're still outside, which is when they were sort of larger, different almost. It looks like Garrick's putting a lot of effort into the armor and the shading on the armor and just beautifully. And also, the wings are there. They are very beautifully drawn, but it's clear that what Fletcher drew and Garrick drew are slightly different. Where I think Garrick maybe also included 2 sort of smaller wings going down, as well as 2 wings going up, right? Still looks nice, but is kind of inaccurate.
I think.
I have 2 more people for this crowd result, so it's fine.
I think
Meanwhile, speaking of 2 more people, they get to the Temple of Sune, right? That's where we're going next?
Yep.
And we're gonna pop by to see if Blossom is maybe there.
Alright. Blossom's not there.
Alright, to the tavern we go then.
There you go, to the tavern, yeah. And then you get there just as they're finishing up their drawings.
I think
Hi, guys.
I'm at this. Hey!
Hello.
Hey.
Perfect. I'm immediately
Why is
shoved
there a
the
hole
pencil
in the
over.
roof?
Well, you say that Blossom just shoves you a pencil. Same with Flair.
Thank you. Why is there a hole in the roof of our tavern?
They're making a chimney.
And what? We already have a chimney!
That's what I said.
Why do we need 2 chimneys?
Warm.
It's better for
It's-
resale value.
No. A hole in the
We actually
roof.
already have 2 chimneys.
Yeah, there's number 3.
Why do we do not need 3 chimneys? Ergonomically, it is enough to have 2 fireplaces on 2 different. That's what we already have. First of all, second of all, a hole. It's not a resell. We are not reselling it. Why are we worried about
You would
what?
freeze your ass off on the top floor if you don't have a chimney there. I mean, one day we might sleep there.
We have
need
2 chimneys there.
What does the ghost think of this? Is a better question.
Well, he didn't kill us.
Also,
Well,
I don't
since
see
you like
any
it.
bricks or stones to make the chimney. Did you even buy the material yet, or just started
Sure.
drilling a
just
hole?
the wood.
Sure,
Yeah,
wood.
I had like a few hours. Like, calm down. I was.
Okay, okay.
I
Let me
draw
ask
and-
you let me ask you a question. What happens to a wood if you set it on fire?
I mean, you
The
first
bird.
build the scaffolding,
The bird.
then you move the stone in to fix it to the right size. The wood is a
What?
measuring part, Nola. You should know this.
Why would anyone in the right mind make a chimney out of wood?
You don't make the chimney out of wood. You use the wood to layer the concrete and the bricks. This is why men build these things, Nola.
I'm sorry, what?
Fletch being okay.
Alright,
that
manly
into
man,
file.
show me your drawings, show me your calculations, show me how are you planning to build this chimney up, because
It's a
for
very
sure you
pretty
are making
drawing, but none
sure.
of this.
That's a very pretty drawing. Yeah, now show me your technical drawings of the plan for chimney. Also, do you have an agreement from the city to build in another chimney? That calls for proper documentation, Fletcher.
Too many words.
Yeah, I didn't get
If
a
you're
lot of
such
it.
a man, then do it as you should. Show me. Come on, show me.
The point is, don't always criticize us when we are trying to fix something.
I asked why there is a hole. Your explanation makes no sense, and then you proceed
Okay,
to offend me.
stop. Okay, stop. I fucked up. All right, he wanted to cover for me. Sorry, I also lied to you, Blossom. I fucked up. I wanted to repair things and I broke it.
I mean, you can still
I'll
make a
fix it.
You
chimney.
could have started
Yeah,
with
right? Blossom knows what's up.
that.
Yeah, no, I was
God.
embarrassed, okay? I got this awesome belt and where's my hammer?
Why didn't
Oh, there.
question? We don't know how to wood work. Why didn't you get the carpenter?
Exactly.
We still don't have enough gold. I just wanted to fix 1 or 2 things and kind of broke 1 or 2 things.
I mean, the effort is the most important part. hard.
No, actually not.
It
but-
is.
No, I'll get it fixed. Don't worry.
You tried.
Thank you,
You
Loki.
tried.
Thank you for trying to doing something. Not thank you for trying to lie to me as I look at Fletcher. And also offending me, by the way.
Yeah, that was not.
No, I'm looking at Fletcher when I'm
Yeah,
saying the second part.
me as well. Like,
Okay, now my question for the paper. Could you also draw my wings?
No,
As
wait,
you
we're
first,
doing
yes.
As you grab the
research.
2 pieces of paper you had brought, you see the top sheet already has a drawing on it. It looks like a very bad rendition of a house with a chimney and then a thumbs down drawn next to it.
I don't think they approve of what we were trying to do.
ooh.
Nope. I think 2 chimneys is more than enough. Thank you.
Like I said, I fucked up. Never was a chimney to begin with.
Right, but let's settle that we have no more chimneys, alright? We'll try to fix the hole.
This. We will fix this.
Alright. Anyway, yes, Blossom, I can draw your wings. And as I'm drawing, I have a question
Claire,
for
can
you
you
all.
also do it? Please?
Did any of you by any chance didn't get their full pay from someone and forgot to collect it?
No, I don't think.
I normally take my gauges up front. So no.
Yeah, that is the
I haven't had-
problem.
I haven't had a message about the commission for a while, so I think I don't think so.
Because I
Alright.
never do. Let me just have character development here. Why do you ask?
So none of you is short about 50 gold pieces that we should
That's a
have.
lot. No.
That's a lot I wouldn't know
No.
about.
That would change a lot.
I just paid.
I'm going to show the pouch that I have. Because apparently they were delivered to my house in 2 or 3 times total, coming up to around 50 gold pieces.
Awesome.
Also,
Like that.
the Baron is upset with us.
Oh.
He sent
Why?
someone because I doubt
Yeah,
he came in directly to my house and to Flair's house to tell that to our parents. And I don't think this money comes from him. So
Okay, so many informations. So you got gold from somebody.
Yep.
Sounds good. Baron is angry. Doesn't sound good.
No.
the thing is, I don't know where gold comes from, and that also sounds bad.
I mean, gold comes
Why
from the
does
bank.
it sound bad?
No, bank doesn't just randomly send you money that you're not supposed to have.
Yeah, but why is it bad?
So why do you have money?
Yeah, so wait,
Doesn't
why-
anyone else have money?
Why?
I don't know.
So you got gold delivered to you?
To my house, yes.
That's
We,
strange.
we should ask our parents about this, maybe.
I already asked mine. They know nothing. I checked the books. This is no money that was owed to us or to the store or to me personally. I'm sure of it. It's not a paycheck. It's not anything. And it wasn't any note. Nobody said anything. It was just randomly popping up on the counter. I do not know where or who this come from. And I do not think we should just merry keep it.
Why?
Because if you do not know where the money comes from, that is trouble.
Why is it trouble though? We didn't do anything.
Because it could have been anyone. By accepting this, you can be accepting doing someone a favor or
Yes,
doing
but
a deal with somebody, and you do not
What
know
were you
which kind of deal.
doing 2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
then?
but wouldn't the favor be asked before you get paid?
And maybe with a note or something?
It could be
At
a stand.
least.
That's my point. Or like, I don't know. There's no notes. Actually, I do not
This is
know
very
what was
confusing.
I doing 2 weeks ago. I mean, Martina doesn't know what was done 2 weeks ago because the timeline is messy for me.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Michelle also doesn't know, but it matches up with the timeline. Sort of like as this all started happening, as you started helping Volo and acquired the tavern, and that's sort of when this started.
It
So
could have been
then-
from anyone. I mean, anything, and I don't know why it was just specifically me.
Then don't
Maybe
use it
Lord
yet.
Neverember?
I think that Rainier is someone that would leave a note and would deliver it in a fancy way.
Yes, or have. What's her name? I forgot his assistant
But this,
deliver it.
but this is
To you.
strange because why are you only telling us now? If you say it came to you like 1 or 2 or 3 times before.
Because it was just now that my parents gave it to me. I just found out. I had no idea about it previously.
So it wasn't
But-
delivered to you.
No, it was left at the counter of our shop.
Well, then maybe it's for your parents.
See,
it's
they
in your
think it comes
shop?
from the Baron and it's blackmail. And my mom will not take an explanation of how blackmail works.
That's
But
not
why-
how blackmail works.
Exactly.
When did it start?
In Mom's
don't know.
defense, she is thinking if we take this money and spend it, then they're gonna start blackmailing us. And also, she said that she suspects you're doing certain jobs and this is money that is payment for that. Just a little out of character moment. That's what
Mhm.
we did discuss, and Nola would maybe twist it this way to her friends, but I don't think that's my intention, at least.
All right.
There's just a little moment there. Continue,
Mm.
continue.
Or when did this payment start?
She said 2-3 weeks, and it says like around 2 weeks, and it came 2 or 3 times,
But-
summing up to this total.
But we didn't know the Baron then.
No,
either,
that's the
right?
whole thing. It doesn't line up with our timeline.
So then just don't use it yet until we find out. It's pretty easy, right?
Yeah, it's still worrying me though.
We'll deal with it once we can. There's legit no reason why you should worry about it so much now. As long as you don't spend it, like you said.
They can give it back when somebody asks for it.
Also, did you get the invitation from the Archmage?
Oh,
We
wait.
did, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I could just
Flew in through the hole in the roof.
yeah, it's probably like when I was holding like like around the head. Like, go away. Yes, and oh yeah, wait, I forgot to read it. Like, oh, the new job. It was fast.
Yep.
Does literally said no, Garrick, not that beam.
Garrick, tell them it's a chimney. They'll believe you. Also, you should come to the tower. Something like this.
She's good.
Also, I might have to stop with all of those jobs soon because my actual jobs are suffering from this and I'm at risk of being unemployed. So I think I'll finish the job for the Archmage and then we'll see where we go from here.
No big deal. We don't need much anymore to get the tavern renovated, and then we can earn money through the tavern.
Great. Alright, so do we go to the
To the-
Archmage?
Thingy, magic.
To
Right.
Blackstaff Tower.
Oh,
Yep,
when you know
Blackstaff
the
Tower.
drawings.
Oh yeah, right, the drawings. I was
Yes.
drawing this whole time. I just need to roll the checks.
Sure, I'll have Nola and Flair roll perception checks first.
No.
Alright. Alright. I was looking at the wings.
Yep, and then dexterity checks. And are either of you proficient in performance?
No.
Yeah.
Alright, so just dexterity then.
No,
The
that-
map
Alright.
making is coming in clutch.
Yes. You both, again, are pretty good at drawing. It's like, now I start imagining that, like, Blossom maybe dragged you along to some drawing class at the Temple of Sune, and you all remember, like, oh, if I'm drawing a person, then the head needs to be like a circle with a thing underneath, and this is where the eyes go, and then this is where the nose goes. And you're all sort of, tapping into your artsy side, so I guess going forward, everyone's good at art. So
I was
like-
I was a rowdy before doing music, so I had to make posters for the bands. So that's I guess that's why.
Yeah.
I'm just a
Right.
map maker.
Yeah, that may also make sense.
Surveilling people, like quick sketch. How did he look like?
Yes, I
And
like
Flair's
it.
just talented. Flair's just talented.
Mm.
Happens.
Alright.
It's a whole
Nice.
cook
It's a
fair.
deck save as well, not just a check. It's a save.
It's a
Oh.
whole save. No, it's fine. It would be the same. It would be the same bonus.
Oh,
And Flair, specifically, I have a question for you, right? Because what do you draw?
honestly, just the biggest, like, you have the blossom, right? And just biggest wings possible because that's
Well, I think that's the
Oh,
problem.
No.
Oh,
Oh.
hello. Oh, we're back. Can you say it
Hey!
again?
Just tiny blossom and the biggest wings possible because that's what she remembers.
Nice. It's nicely drawn, but very different from what everyone else drew. Because everyone else drew sort of these proportionally smaller wings that would sort of magically be able to carry you, but would never be able to carry a person in this heavy armor, right? Except Flair, who draws these large, way more sort of red-tipped wings than everyone else, sort of drawing these smaller pink wings.
Or draw something else.
A little bit. That's okay.
Good
No,
drawing,
you
though.
have
Oh
two
no, those
wings.
wings weren't this big. Definitely no.
They were.
I
Well,
don't think
mean-
so.
I think
get a carriage.
outside.
I'll get a carriage for all of us.
No, it's fine. We can walk.
Fuck the Blackstaff again.
Alright, so Garrick is out getting a carriage. And does everyone walk before the carriage gets there, or what?
How long does the carriage need to get here?
Garrick, make a performance check with charisma. Or persuasion, your choice. Beautiful.
The same.
Garrick walks outside and gives a very loud yell and just goes, "Taxi!" And taxi shows up within 20 seconds.
Then the answer is no.
Courage!
And the just keeps going. Like he didgeridoos that shit. He just keeps going, yeah.
And I have one special carriage driver's like, Garrick meets me!
Yes. Alright. Pay your carriage driver 2 silver. And he will deliver you back to Blackstaff Tower, which looks as it did before, right? With this sort of, I don't remember how many spokes there were, but this large sort of windmill, not just 4 spokes, I think maybe 10 or 12 of them,
10, yeah.
sort of twisting around. A large bridge connecting it to another building on the other side, and just a circular tower with no entrances.
Yeah, we know how it works, so go up, and I think we knocked, I guess. Hello?
Sure. And as you knock again, sort of the bricks turn inward, revealing an arched passageway into a very large swimming pool.
That's new.
There's sort of
wasn't really
tiles
far.
around the outside. And you can see Corlin is there, the young sort of apprentice who helped you last time, just wearing like a lifeguard's outfit. And you see, oh, hey guys.
Hey,
Uh,
that's
Hi.
new.
Yeah.
yeah,
We're
we're doing swim classes. You know. Anyway, the Blackstaff is waiting for you upstairs.
Alright, thank you.
Okay, thanks.
You still see somehow in this rectangular room a spiral staircase going up, and it somehow makes sense. As you look at it, you just see the spiral staircase and it makes sense. And as you look back down, you see a rectangular swimming pool and it makes sense. It's kind of weird. Yeah.
Oh, I hate. Alright, going up.
We need
Luck.
we need their carpenter.
I think it's weird.
The smell of chlorine goes all the way up to the
Oh,
top
I
of
love
the
it.
tower.
I love it.
At least we know it's sanitary.
Yeah, and you see that the door to the Blackstaff's office is closed.
Hello? It's Blackstaff?
Is that Garrick Redfoot that I hear?
That is me.
Alright, you can come in.
Alrighty. And I'll open up the door.
Sure.
Not only me, though. Hello.
So you see her sitting
Hello.
behind the desk. She has sort of small reading glasses on, sort of the tip of her nose, and sort of looks up over them at you. Again, sort of gestures and chairs just appear. Just, alright, please close the door behind you because I do not want the smell of chlorine in my office.
But it's so
Fair,
nice.
fair.
But sure.
Very
Yes,
fair.
Colin was very passionate about teaching swim classes, and there's not a real proper swimming pool in the near vicinity. So I sort of we have this rotation on Wednesday where we have it in our tower on Wednesdays, and then we sort of send it off to Baldur's Gate on Thursdays, sort of thing. You know, we have it once a week. It's like a custody thing. Now,
So
I have-
you already have new work? Sorry, I interrupted
yes.
you.
No, it's quite alright. Yes, there were already three items that I had already been looking at, and it looks like the information that I'm still waiting on about the ring might take a little bit. And, well, as I said before, the reason I'm looking into this in the first place is because there's something sort of wrinkly about the magical energy around the city, and with more travelers coming in, I want to make sure the city stays safe. So, the
I
longer
have a
I'm
question.
waiting for... Oh,
Are you doing this for a research paper?
no, I'm doing this to protect the city.
Yeah, see, I would have a huge favor to ask. I actually work for the university, and I have been doing some jobs outside of university. So, if you could sign that I'm working under you, or maybe give a note that this is a personal project focused on city defense and the well-being of all citizens, and not exactly a research paper, so that they don't have me to present a research thesis
Oh, you
while
want me
we're done.
to get involved with the bureaucracy of the university?
Yes, because me doing job for you right now is me risking getting fired from the university, and I do want to do this project for you, but I also don't want to lose my job.
I see. You see, this is she takes the paperwork from you. This is why I don't.
Thank you.
This is why I don't class myself as a wizard, because paperwork, honestly. I'll go over this when you guys are later tonight, when we are finished with this job, hopefully. Yes,
Thank you.
as I was saying, um, there is a wrinkly thing going on around the city, and I want to figure out as soon as possible what's going on with it. So I have another set of items I need looked into. While I'm waiting for my answers about this ring to get back to me, the more information I have up front, the more I'll be able to do once I get all my information back. Something interesting, I'm sure. So, are you up for a similar job, similar to the last time, where I will be using this sort of temporal chronology magic and sending you to learn the what, how, why, and where of another item?
Uh,
Sure.
sure.
Yes. Yeah.
I think so.
Same idea about payment and whatnot.
Yes, I will be paying each of you 50 gold pieces for this.
Awesome.
Do you require anything to be bought up front?
Mm, personally, I'm good.
From last time. First question: is that another place where we don't get to be ourselves?
Well, as long as you are being sent into the past, Mr. Redfoot, I'm afraid that Dragonborn are not really a thing we've had on our side of the spheres since 100 years. So,
It
Hmm.
might still help us to know our backstories before we land there.
well, I wasn't aware that you had backstories when you went there the first time. Sort of I had done trial runs, but time is weird, I didn't know that was a thing that was going to be happening, and I don't know if that's a thing happening going forward. So I have no backstory to give you, unfortunately.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
good. Well,
Yeah.
let's just try and see where we end up this time.
All right. So you walk up with her. You see, other than her black staff, she's also holding a spear in the other hand as she's making her way up. And you go back into this tower with the 12 extinguished candles laid out, and she lays the spear sort of in the center of the circle, almost like it's a pointer on a clock, right? Sort of pointing towards the candle that would represent the 12. Now, do you have any questions before you go, or anything
Do
else?
you have any idea how like, far we are going to go, or?
Well, I do know that this ring is the oldest item that I have. So I'm thinking we do them in chronological order so that you don't run into anyone that, has run into you in the past, since that apparently happened. So I'm trying to do it in chronological order at least. So it's sometime between, well, the last time where you were and the present.
And what piece are we looking into now?
It's this spear, and she gestures over to the spear that she already placed down. It is something that has been in possession of the city's stores for, well, as long as the city has existed, almost. So it's not quite sure whose spear it was, where it was, why it was, but um, Well, when Waterdeep was still a small town, I mean, even as far back as you guys went, Deepwater Port, it has been sort of within the city, so it must have been someone who worked for the city, I assume. And that would also mean that wherever you're going back, I already know the where, because the where would be probably in the city, but, in the past. Because I assume from last time you went to a Palace of Akisar. Sounds like a very southern Amn type of thing, Kalashite, that sort of area. So,
Mhm.
but this should be a Waterdeep thing. You should sort of be in the area.
Okay.
Good.
So we're
Great.
going on the ground again.
Prefer if you don't want to fall.
Yeah, I don't like that. I'll stand up and just like lay down on the ground.
All right.
I'm ready.
Also, this time would have left Marmaduke in the office with like a harness and a leash, so he's not right outside of the door because she does not want him coming to whatever is going on with this
Sure,
time
you had to like
stuff.
tie him to something because he
Yeah,
wants to come with you. Meow,
yeah,
meow, meow. All right.
Can you just leave him in a bag?
yes, but I want my bag is my
No,
thing, so I need my bag.
There.
Meditation pose.
All right. And the Back to the Future theme starts playing, and once again, this similar experience where each of the candles lights, and you can even see the spear sort of starts hovering and almost starts sort of turning with the lighting of the candles, just like a second indicator on a stopwatch, just sort of slowly moving around, not in any way posing a threat to you, but clearly involved in this ritual as well, as the ring was last time. And you feel your body's getting heavy, you feel your eyelids get heavy, you again start feeling almost as if you're floating. Maybe it's the chlorine smell sort of going into your nostrils, thinking you may still be in the pool somewhere. Um, but that smell of chlorine sort of fades, and it becomes a smell of ash, as if something is on fire nearby. And it smells like freshly burnt grass somewhere in the distance, and you feel sort of a slight wind is almost blowing it toward where you're standing. And as you open your eyes, each of you is standing in on a path toward a farmhouse. On either side of you, there are tall grasses, but you can see in the distance behind the farmhouse a large wall of fire that is ever so slowly creeping closer, right? Not in an immediate threat, run away type thing, but it's definitely going to threaten this farmhouse in maybe half an hour. You can even see behind this wall of fire and smoke a wooden palace, is that what it's called? A wooden wall, like a wall you would put around sort of a small town, a palisade.
Shade.
Yeah, yeah, a palisade. So you can see a wooden palisade, but even from behind the palisade, smoke is rising up. So maybe something was lit on fire outside, and sort of embers probably leaped in and are starting to hit this grass. So you see this farmhouse, and you see that there is um, two figures that are approaching this farmhouse, walking away from where you're standing. You would not have been part of these two people's company. Like, it's not like Malkar was last time, like, oh, you're in my company. You see them walking away from you. They probably didn't even notice that you guys are suddenly here now. And as you turn around, you can see off to the other side the large mountain. You are standing in where would in if you guys are looking at this map, right? Of Waterdeep, maybe in roll 20, you're likely standing somewhere here, but instead of it being the North Ward and the Sea Ward, it is just sort of fields for farmers and farmhouses, and looking off toward the north is where you would see the fields on fire, and this fire appears to be coming from the north, from behind the wall there, and looking toward the south you would see Mount Waterdeep, and sort of a small town situated next to it, more over on this side. Um, like I said, there's two figures sort of heading away from you that probably haven't noticed you yet, and it is midday. The birds are chirping, and other than the fire, it seems very peaceful.
Is this different?
At least we're not far from here.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
there's the mountain. Yes.
Before we continue, we're gonna take a little break, and then we'll figure out later what happens.
Right, we forgot to ask.
And we're back!
Hey.
Anyway, as you stand there, what's the plan?
Okay,
Well,
so
we know where we are.
Towards
That's the
the
first thing we
fire
have to do.
or away from the fire?
the thing is, the other one was pretty obvious. Like we knew where we had to go, but
Well, first of all, we have to figure out why the fire started. Maybe there's a battlefield, and that's where we should look for the spear.
yeah,
So
I
we
guess
are going to let this farmhouse be burned down.
no, just go towards and see what we can find out. Just
Well,
fuck
it's
around
also
and find out.
Could
burning
I,
nature.
based on my knowledge on maps and probably history of Waterdeep, try to approximately figure out when are we, like which year?
I think based solely off what you're seeing around you right now, there is nothing that would inform you of this.
Like the city terrain, that where we are currently fields, so like when those fields were turned into the cities,
So
so
what
sort of this
type of
history.
time we're looking at? Sure. Yes, I'll say make a history check.
All important rolls are shitty today.
You know, even if it did tell me in this adventure, I still wouldn't tell you. No, I'm kidding. No, it's definitely not that long ago, right? Because last time it was like the year 130, which is more than 1,000 years ago, and it's definitely not that long ago. It's somewhere between like 700 and 400 years ago, so a bit more recent than 1,000 years in the past.
That makes sense.
All right.
700 and 900, right? That's what
Somewhere
you
between somewhere between the 700 and 900 or 400 and 900. No, what did I say? 700 and 400 years ago. So that would be between sort of 700 DR-ish to 1100 DR-ish, because we're currently in the year 1492 when Columbus sailed the Big Blue.
Okay,
That-
so
That's the only thing I remember about history. I'm sorry, Jasper.
I would not be able to date that even, so that's better than me.
all right, let's just see what we can find out. I'll just start going towards the house that is about to burn down, I guess.
All right. Yeah, you see at this point the two figures that were walking away from you have already gotten to the house and are currently talking with the farmer that lives there, and the farmer sort of invites them into his house. And the door is still, you know, somewhat ajar because they're likely just talking inside. And yeah, you guys approach the house. You can hear the talking going on inside. Like, well, farmer, it's likely gonna be the next half hour. Well, this is your fault. You're the ones that ordered to set the fields on fire. It's not my... Yes, but farmer, you have to understand that we cannot stop this fire just so easily, right? You're a wizard. Surely you can stop this fire. What do you mean? So you sort of hear this conversation going on inside.
Well, seems like we found the culprits at least, even though it's not really something we need to know. Why would they burn down the field?
Why is fire?
That's a great question.
Excuse
I
me,
know-
why would you burn down the fields?
To walk in.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So you walk into, like I said, a small farmer's house, right? So this thatched roof of straw. On the inside, you see there's this small sort of mantelpiece with some like doodads on it. There's already like crates packed. It looks like this farmer is getting ready to leave, but he's just sort of leaving it to the very last moments in hopes that his house doesn't have to evacuate his house. You can even see right as you walk in, sitting on the bottom step of a staircase that goes up to a very small second floor, is a young boy, like a 7 or 8 year old boy. And as you walk in, there is one figure that you recognize. But you already walked in. So, with backs toward you are the two men that just entered this homestead. One of them looks to be a young human wizard. He has sort of brown hair that's sort of up to the side a little bit. He's wearing very elegant robes, and has a worried expression on his face. You don't know who that is. Standing next to him, faced away from you, also is this sort of older guard captain, right? Wearing cool armor, with this white hair, white beard, that's neatly trimmed, also facing away from you. And facing toward you is the farmer, who you recognize as Malkar.
Malkar Ghost, alright.
And as soon as you walk in, the farmer goes, not now, Kyle, I'm in the middle of something. I'm getting ready to evacuate my house, but I still don't see, and he's specifically talked to the wizard, I still don't see why you're not able to fix... Wait a minute. And then he looks back toward you.
Wait, is it just Fletcher that came in?
Well, I
It's
don't know.
just
Did
Fletcher,
anyone
right?
else also walk in with Fletcher?
I would have followed Fletcher because like they're burning down nature. That's interesting.
I would go the
reason.
same way, but not specifically go into the house. Just stay close.
Okay, okay. So you're
I
still
would be
standing inside.
I would be right beside Fletch.
I don't... Okay. Listen, you see, as you guys all walk in, his expression changes from worried that his house is gonna burn down to worried that you guys are here to murder him. Specifically, you don't know why, but that's the expression that on his face that changes. You see him take a step back, and then you see him take a step to the side, more toward the stairs where the young boy is sitting. Almost as if you were gonna make a move that he was gonna like leap to protect this child in a way, right? At that point, as you guys all walk in, see the other two men turn around toward you. Nola, can you make another history check for me, please?
Yes. No.
You don't know who these people are. I don't think anyone else in the party would have a reason to know, unless you think your character might be interested in the history of Waterdeep specifically. No? Alright.
No.
They turn toward you, and they go, sorry, folks, says the young wizard. Actually, we're in the middle of making sure that everyone gets out of here safely. We're working on the evacuation. Maybe we should talk outside, Farmer Gost, if that's okay with you. We're want to make sure that that you and your son can get out safely, and that so can these folks. Let's talk outside.
That's. I'm gonna continue my friend's question. Why are the fields on fire?
Oh, well, you see, the wizard looks over at the warlord, and the warlord says, yes, I am Warlord Garl, and I am responsible for defense of our beautiful town. And we are fighting trolls. Trolls are coming. They're coming from the north. They're everywhere. And you do know the northern wall of Waterdeep is called the Troll Wall, because it was kept, in olden times, it was used to keep trolls out. And the only thing that works against trolls is fire.
Fire.
And yes, and well, it got a little bit out of hand. We were setting up a defense line, but the wind is very unfavorable, so someone, he points at the sky, indicating the gods, someone definitely fucked us over.
That's bad. You can't get it under control in any way?
Well, says the wizard, as the warlord looks back at the wizard, says, I am working on a ritual that should prevent the flames from taking hold of the town proper of Nimmer's Hold. And you know, Nimmer's Hold is one of the older names that Waterdeep had throughout the years before it became Waterdeep. But I actually need some assistance, so I was gonna go back into town, but I'm afraid that by the time I get there it might already be too late. Like, are you guys busy? I could really just use some assistance of people that are not busy evacuating like Farmer Gost and his son are.
Well, we can help, no problem.
First?
Great.
I guess.
So there are these what are they called? They have a specific name. Why am I blanking? Wards. They are called Hallister wards. and they are throughout the city, and they provide magic to various regions in the city that need it. I know that there are two, I think, in the graveyard district. There is one or two, I think, at the infirmary. I think somewhere in the harbor there's one as well. And I would need a few of them to bolster my ritual to make it strong enough to protect the city.
Okay, and what exactly are we supposed to do?
Find them, bring them here, and in the darkness find them. No, I'm kidding. Find them and bring them to me. I'll be up on the mountain. He gestures to the mountain, which is where we are evacuating everyone to as well, because it's high enough to sort of not be susceptible to the flames. So if you could bring them there while I set up the ritual, that would actually be really helpful.
Oh, okay.
How many would you need minimum?
As many as you can get, honestly. I can't give you a minimum, because then if you stick to it and it's actually not enough, then it'll be a thing of like, if only they had gotten more. So I would tell you, try and get all of them, but if you feel that taking one of them away is going to jeopardize something else, then, we don't want the whole city to explode, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So just to make sure, you said graveyard district, infirmary, and
then the harbor.
harbor, right?
Which one is the closest to the fire? So we should go to that first.
Going from this side, you would go strafe toward the sort of east to get to the graveyard district first, or you could strafe toward the west to get to the infirmary first. I would say the harbor is a bit further away, but it's also the one I know the least about, so it might just not actually be involved in anything that's currently being used. I know the ones in the graveyard district for sure are being used to bolster magic of mausoleums specifically.
Well, then let's take those ones.
So you want one group of us to go this way and one group of us to go that way? Or should we all go to one place first and then all go to the other place?
Let's just go to the graveyard ward, because there's two of them.
You did say there are two, yes.
Yeah.
Well, let's do that then.
Mm-hmm. Just to make sure. So nobody gets hurt or anything.
Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't even introduced. Are we familiar? Have we met before?
I don't think
not,
so.
sir.
All right. Well, this is our warlord Garl. He gestures over to the older man, who sort of nods toward you, and says, "Yes, I'll be taking charge of the rest of the evacuation. So I will be seeing you later once you get to the hill, and holding off any trolls that try and sneak their way through the palisade. Now that that's also burning down." I think actually, Farmer Ghost, if we could use your farmhouse at least for the next half hour as sort of an outpost, I think I might summon some men here to defend the northern lines. Yeah, Garl with a G-H-A-R-L. I am a Giran, and I am, well, sort of the mage of the town. It's the only wizard around. You sort of automatically become the mage, and try to don't be modest, boy. And see the warlord sort of smacks him on the back. The greatest wizard that ever lived, and he's so young. Look at him. Thank you, warlord. Yes, and my name is Agiran, and yeah, like I said, I've been working on this ritual to stop this fire and also hopefully stop the trolls.
Well, great to meet you. My name is Kyle, and well, this is our crew.
Hello.
Hello, crew. Does the crew have a name?
Not really.
Kyle and...
Oh.
Senna, Sarah, and I point at Blossom.
I'm Catherine.
Alright.
I'm Paul. I guess we go now to the thing too.
Alright.
Wait, I would like to speak with Mr. Ghost for a second, because I don't know what that reaction was.
Right. I'm gonna go to the hill and prepare the ritual, Warlord says, and I'm gonna go get my men and set up the ghost farmstead as a stronghouse for now, and we'll be seeing you there on the mountain then once you're ready to get there. Okay. And you do see that the Warlord has a spear as his weapon.
It's a nice spear.
Oh, thank you. It's, sort of enchanted by again slaps Agiran on the back. I wish you'd stop doing that. It's really hurtful when you are very strong.
Oh,
Yes.
what? Once you come back, can I hear more of that? I really like this whole magic and weapon thing.
Oh, sure. I mean, enchantment is not my specialty, but
Well, it
I
doesn't
could
matter.
surely talk about it with you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, those things are awesome. I mean, I also have a beautiful enchanted hammer. I mean, it's great.
As soon as you pull it out, you see sort of an arcane flash go across his eyes, and then he frowns, and he says, "Okay, let's talk about it when we get to the hill." Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Great. And you see the two of them start heading toward the south, both with their own objectives. And you see, in the meantime, while you've been talking, Malkar has sort of gathered this large crate and is carrying it out. And you see his son behind him, sort of carrying a smaller crate. And the two of them look like they are getting ready to evacuate and follow behind where Agiran is going.
Do you need any help with that, sir?
Um, no, I'm fine. What are you doing here?
Apparently stopping the town from being burned.
Right, you're not here for any other reasons.
Is there any other reason?
Well, last we spoke was not a very good time, you know. Uh, did he send you to find me?
Ooh,
You know who.
I'm afraid I lost exactly who you are talking about.
Sort of puts his hands over the boy's ears. The Baron.
Oh no, no, no.
Oh, jeez. Whew. The weight lifted off my shoulders. I thought for sure he was coming to to do his job.
However, how are you here?
Tucker, why don't you go ahead and follow the nice wizard man, okay? Tucker says, "Okay, Papa, who are these people?" They're Papa's friends from when I was, from a while ago. "Okay, Papa, so I follow the wizard man?" He says, "Yeah, you go follow Agiran. Tucker, I'll be with you in a bit." Okay. Okay! Should I just go stand a bit away? Because the wizard man is already really far away. Yeah, just go, yes.
I'll go with him to entertain a little.
Sure.
Like 7. Yeah.
After the party, after we evacuated, the three of us, I was with some lord whose name I don't remember, and this woman this truthsayer woman, and she attacked me, and apparently was some type of vampire, I suppose. And well, I managed to escape from her sort of thrallism, I don't know what you would call that, and have sort of been laying low and pretending to be various generations of farmers here in the north side of the city, where people don't ask too many questions, because as long as you're providing food, they will like you. And now I have Tucker, so I, want to make sure that he stays safe. But, well, the Baron has a bit of a reputation for really, really hating vampires and their spawn, and so I was afraid that he had sent you to finish his job. I hear he's somewhere on this toward the south in a castle or something.
How exactly did you escape?
What do you mean? It was points over at Blossom. It was Senna, you the this one, that over there with Tucker. She flew me over the wall, got me out,
Yeah.
but not
I
to
remember
safety.
that.
Not to safety though. Well, I'm glad to see that you kids are also still alive. How are you still alive?
It's complicated, and the last time we tried to explain it, it didn't go very well, so you just kind of have to believe that we are not here for long and not after you, and
We
We're
are
just
here
traveling
to.
around.
We are here to help the city.
I
Right.
guess we're just lucky.
Okay. Well, Tucker doesn't know. The wizard and the warlord don't know. I'm just farmer ghost. Providing the people of the city with food. So please don't tell anyone.
We we have to do anyway.
All right. Well, it's good to see. And he sort of picks up this crate again. It's good to see you're still trying to help, at least like you did last time. You definitely tried.
Sorry.
It wasn't gonna work out anyway for old Ghost, but I'm a new Ghost now. I'm a farmer, so. Well, I'll be seeing you up on the hill then. Good luck, kids.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
And he starts waddling off with his crate. Meanwhile, you're standing over there with Tucker, and Tucker goes, "Do you want to see all the stuffed animals that I'm gonna bring?"
Yes, definitely.
Yes!
Show me all of them.
He set out his little crate, opens it up. You would think there's like clothes in there or anything that he needs to survive, but it looks like he only packed stuffed animals and candy. And he starts showing them off. And at that point, Malker gets close to you and says, "Don't worry, I have all his stuff in my chest. There's a slight enchantment on it that makes it bigger on the inside."
I thought so.
Yeah, but I'm helping Papa to evacuate, and I have my own crate, just like Papa
Yeah.
does.
Exactly.
You're very nice.
Well, you are very nice as well,
And
Tucker.
you're very pretty.
Thank you.
You have nice hair.
Now you listen. Thank you. Now you listen to your papa and get to safety, okay?
Yes. I'm gonna get Papa to safety. Let's go, Papa! And he starts walking, and Malker goes, "Alright, Tucker!" And starts following his son.
Fire is coming closer.
Yeah, we should hurry.
Yes.
Alright, so welcome to the quest board. Where on the quest board are we going?
Well,
Burger.
nothing
Graveyard
happened
first,
when
I
I
think.
pressed on
District.
it, but we're going to the graveyard district. Yeah.
Yes,
not
I
good.
can see the names, but you cannot see the
Yeah.
names. Ha
No.
ha ha. I will show them to you.
Gnomish crypt. Oh, we have to squeeze for that.
Do
shit.
you inform Blossom of the thing because she will kick the dirt? With the vampire.
Hmm?
I'm asking my party if they inform Blossom of what Malkor said about the vampire lady.
Oh, totally.
She will kick
We have
the
a
dirt
long way anyway, so.
in anger.
So
Listen, it's not your fault. There's a big
No,
chance
but
that this
she-
would have happened anyway.
I saw, and I should. There were people, and
Listen, you can't predict everything. And remember, Ghost was already big in our time, and he had to get somehow into the Waterdeep to make a name for himself. Generation of farmers and just going up the ladder collecting gold and wealth makes sense how he would get there. So it doesn't necessarily have to be your doing.
So let's check out this graveyard then.
yeah, the Eladrin tomb, I would say. Why not?
Sure.
speaking of that things,
Yeah, you start making your way to
What's
the
about it?
graveyard. And Michelle would tell you who is the current deity of the dead, but Michelle doesn't actually know. It's not Kellamfort. Either Merkel or Jurgel, but I don't know how far back we're going on this
It's
one.
okay.
I think Merkel, maybe? I don't know in what year Merkel became a god, essentially, is what I'm trying to tell you. I don't know in what year he became a god. If you can find this information, let us know in the comments.
when you told us there's a film for, we would have believed you.
No problem. Let's worship Merkel.
Yeah, I think it would be Merkel, actually. I just found a little bit of information, maybe that's relevant. Yeah, so the graveyard is not protected in the way that it's protected now. Because Merkel was sort of like, okay with necromancy. So, you can see, however, that whoever pays the most money can have a nice crypt that is maybe protected. And you do know where to go, you've been told. that there are 2 crypts here that might hold one of these Halaster wards, which you are looking for. You don't know what it looks like because you didn't ask. So, yeah, good luck. Where do you want to go
Sounds like us.
first?
The Lantern Tomb.
All right.
Children.
So you make your way over to a elvish tomb. It has clear sort of what I would describe as elvish architecture. These sort of elegant points and curls and spirals to the design of it. And it is a 30 by 30 foot stone structure. You can see that the set of double doors that is protecting it is currently closed. And you also would know from present tense, right? Some 100, 200 years ago, a very powerful arcane energy, I believe it was the Year of Blue Fire, washed over Waterdeep and many other regions, and it corrupted a lot of the magic that was in these tombs. Because many of these tombs have sort of, a bag of holding type enchantments on them normally, so that they're bigger on the inside, so that they preserve bodies more beautifully, all that stuff. But because of this Year of Blue Fire thing, many of these extra dimensional spaces got corrupted. You never know where you're going to end up if you accidentally walk into one. Many people have gone into these tombs and never returned. But this is before that. So you would know that, yeah, likely many of these tombs have enchantments, but they should be safe enough to enter where they're not extra-dimensionally messed up the way that they are in the present.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so closed off. Any visible lock? Is it closed by a lock?
Make an investigation check.
No.
I will assist.
Well, if it's a
It doesn't appear to be locked at all.
I guess I'll just open it.
Sure, you can push it open, and you see before you a 20-foot wide hallway that sort of ends in a dead end that has on both sides 2 sort of stairs slightly leading up onto a raised platform that you can't see around the corner. I do have a little map, so I'll try and put you on the map so that you can see more clearly what I'm trying to describe. But yeah, as you're standing outside, you can see into this thing essentially.
So, do we know what these things look like? These ward thingies?
We did
Ooh.
not.
Do I know how a magical word look like?
Make an Arcana check. I'm still setting stuff up, but you can definitely roll that check while I'm setting this up.
24.
24.
It's a 24.
Close to crit.
Nice. Yeah, I'll say if you were to see one, you could identify it as, but it's a bit hard to explain to these non-magical plebs what it would look like.
There's a big chance if I see it, I will notice it, but they're weird. They're sometimes personal to a specific wizard, and it depends what kind of magic they're designed to perform, so that let's just look around.
Oh, do you know what it is when you see it?
I hope so.
That's all that matters, really. All right, let's look for things that look not like things.
All right.
Like
I should have put you
thing.
on the map right now, so you should see this, what I just described, right? So there's this dead-end 20-foot wide hallway with a little stair sort of raising to a slightly raised room on each of these sides.
Mm-hmm.
Is it dark in here?
Yes.
Crap.
Why? Can you not see anything?
I can see 5 feet.
Yeah, it's dark.
Fletcher, do you have anything that I...
Well, maybe you can help me with some light.
Yes, that's why I'm asking if you have anything that I...
I have my hammer.
Oh, actually,
Sure.
I'm rereading it. It specifically says, pale light saturates the tomb from rune-covered crystals set into the walls.
Look.
So there you go, there is slight light. There you go, a dim light.
Hey! Oh, it's bigger on the inside.
That's very dim.
That
I'll
was
put it a bit
supposed to be.
brighter for you.
All right, so Let's
you go.
just look around, see if we find anything that, and then show Nola if she knows it's that.
Should we be aware of traps?
I don't think so. Right?
I mean, why should it be trapped?
I don't know.
Oh, grave robbers, you
Well-
mean?
Yes.
I guess we'll know when we find out.
All right, Garrick. As you start making your way into this room, what you can see
Mhm.
some things that I have currently on the GM layer.
Mhm.
Ahead of you, a glass coffin, sort of this Snow White type coffin, right? Where there's a person laid out. You can clearly see them, and they're beautifully preserved. And you can see there, an Eladrin, right? These sort of seasonal attuned elves, these very
Mhm.
fey elves with extra long pointed ears and elements to them that tie them to their season. And you can see here an elf that you can see here. You can also see to the side of it is two pedestals, and each of the pedestals has a bowl.
Okay. Well, pretty expected. A coffin. Nice glass coffin. And some bowls. Can it be a bowl, Nola?
I'm gonna go closer and look
Garrick,
inside.
can you move back a space, please?
Sure.
You're currently inside the pedestals. Because what you see
Oh.
inside these bowls, inside this bowl is a gem. And there appears to be something written in Elvish along the rim of the bowl.
I would like to approach and read the writing.
There's something written here, Nola. I don't know
Sure.
though.
Currently
what
on
does it
top
say?
of it, but yes.
Sorry. Oh, it says beloved.
So as you
And is
say this
there-
out loud, no I'm kidding.
Every time.
Please tell me you're joking right now.
I'm joking.
Good one.
I was ready to believe you that the guy is going alive.
Sometimes we learn from our mistakes.
That,
Garrick asked me what it says.
no, it
I was
says that
answering
there's-
the question.
Nope. I said there's something in here. I don't know what it says.
Oh, I thought you asked me what
Don't
it says.
put this on me.
I thought you asked me. Is there another gem or writing in the other bowl?
Yes.
Because you said there are two, right?
Yes, there is another gem there, and another word.
Is this some sort of like elvish funeral ritual or tradition? Or...
Make a history check. Eh. What do you know about Elvish culture?
Yeah.
But it's not the word, right? I'm sure of that. This is just some elves coffin.
What is the other
yeah,
word?
yeah, yeah.
Because I cannot see it.
The other word is sorrow.
Oh, it's not the word. Not here.
Wait, it's not a word, yeah.
I don't think you just need to stand around. You can look around. Not like this is a terribly dangerous place. And we do need to hurry. Right?
So Flair, walking into here, you see again a body of an Eladrin. This one clearly more. Well, this last one that you checked out was more of a summer Eladrin. They are across from the winter Eladrin, and you can see again this one has two bowls with two pieces of Elvish writing, just like that.
This does look like sort of a tradition, a burial tradition. Because this is the same as in the previous room.
Maybe it looks like something maybe traditional. You don't know.
Okay, but in the end, it's really nice. This seems to be a bit of an easy one if they actually will tell us about the spear. once we get back. It feels like this might go way smoother. Mm-hmm. A fall Eladrin, I reckon.
Yes, and then here to the top we have the spring Eladrin.
Oh,
So the writing is the same everywhere, and then the stones, the gems, are corresponding to the people that are buried here. But I do not see any sort of word in here.
does this place
Could
end
it be a
here?
riddle?
Yeah, it's a dead end.
Okay.
I mean, technically, there's sorrow and there's beloved, and you know that. Is it? I mean, winter is usually, guys, like a bad season technically. So it might be like if we switch the sorrow. I don't know.
I mean, every season is just as important as the one before it. Doesn't really
I mean, yeah.
But
bad or good is not the thing in nature. There's just balance.
wait, you think there's a riddle here?
It's a tomb.
Well, we're told there is the word in here, and it's not out in the plain, so maybe there is some sort of a secret passage that we would have to unlock.
Why didn't you
But
tell
I'm
us?
not sure how.
Hey?
Can I like look at how, let's say, spring is laid down in the coffin? Is there anything about it?
Yeah, you can make an investigation check.
Nice.
Nice. I don't know, they're dead.
Mm,
Maybe like when it's beloved in sorrow, maybe it's still people are not very happy about winter and fall. Maybe more happy in the spring and summer. We just put these there and there's these there, whatnot, right?
I don't think we should do that. They are corresponding to certain people. Is there anything else in the bowl?
No, just a gem.
Hmm.
You want to try to touch one of them?
That's the only way we
This
can do
sounds
stuff.
like a trap.
I'm not touching shit.
Well, we can't get further. We don't touch shit. I'll touch the beloved one and
Well, who's volunteering to touch shit?
already
Okay.
on touching.
Sure, try move it.
Oh, it's just
Yeah, it's
you
just
can touch it.
it's just a small gem.
Hmm?
The size of maybe this eraser. Just a small gem.
Oh, okay. So
Mm.
Yeah.
It would be magical, right?
it's okay to touch.
Thing.
Nice.
Nola?
So we can touch him and move him. Put him in the right
Oh
bowl.
yeah, the word would be magical, but also the whole crypt is enchanted, so I don't think
Right.
detecting magic would work here because I could probably become overwhelmed with the magic already in the crypt
Mm.
and not sensitive enough to find the specific word. I feel like this is going to be the outcome here
Are there
because that would be too easy.
seasons that complement each other, or seasons that well discompilate each other? Because then we can put a gem from one to the other. So, summer and winter they conflict a lot. So maybe put
Yeah.
sorrow from both to the other way.
Is there maybe some type of rhyme, maybe a lyric that I ever heard that has to do with the seasons, especially maybe in Waterdeep or anything, like old rhymes that I might have heard about?
I would say make an intelligence check, but add expertise for performance.
Thank you for that. Okay, so it's +4. That's still just a 9.
No.
I guess I'll just throw a die on it just in case.
Sure.
See if it works. So from a 9 to it's an 11. Terrible.
So, on an 11, you're looking at the spring Eladrin right now. you were trying to rack your brain thinking about any lyrics or limericks or poems or anything you would have encountered in your barding work,
Mhm.
but nothing really comes to mind. And your eyes sort of linger on the hands of this Eladrin, sort of, laid peacefully on their stomach, but something not very uncommon, something you see Nola have many times, sort of a little bit of an ink stain on their hands. Just a black ink, like they've been writing something before they died.
Uh, um, this one has like ink on their fingers. That's not really normal, right? Aren't they getting cleaned before getting
Yeah,
put the rest?
I think so.
Is that on
I'm gonna
everybody's
look at
hand?
the winter one. I'm gonna exactly look at the winter one.
Okay, make an investigation check.
My roll 20. Sure.
So on an 11, you notice that this Winter Eladrin has a short sword with them as well inside this casket. And there appear to be some green vines sort of laid underneath their shoulders and their head as they're resting, while the others don't necessarily have that.
Oh, this one has green vines around him and also a short sword? I don't think the
Vines?
other had that.
I mean,
Yeah.
vines you would see like in spring, right?
Yeah,
My
like,
thoughts exactly.
okay, if we take it like in face value, this might just give us the idea that the spring person might just like that other person. So maybe beloved put a thing on in their bowl or something, right?
Oh, that would make sense.
Can you guys look at
That's
the other
cool.
ones?
Yeah,
So we
maybe
see
check
more
the other
detail?
ones first.
Maybe something. Maybe this guy wrote to somebody or something. I don't know.
Alright, Fletcher, you're checking out the Autumn Eladrin, so I would like for you to make an investigation check.
Would want to help Fletcher.
Yes, so
Oh,
then
this
Fletcher can
one.
roll with advantage. You can roll again and take the higher results. Alright, so on a 13, checking out the Autumn Eladrin, it looks like specifically the Autumn Eladrin is wearing some orange lipstick. And they appear to have some burn marks sort of across their arms, any exposed area.
Okay, so this one has lipstick and it's kind of burned.
Wait, the lipstick is burned?
No. There's orange lipstick and some pieces of the flesh are burned.
Possibly from heat.
From heat, yeah. So sorrow from summer.
Yeah,
thing.
probably. Well,
Anyone?
let's check the next one.
Yeah, anybody looking at the summer
Yeah,
person?
I'm there.
Blossom, please make an investigation check.
Nice.
Ah.
I don't see anything. They're pretty close, but I don't see anything.
Hmm.
You need help?
Yes. Please.
You
Nola?
need help? You help
Yeah,
her.
sure, fine. Wait, where are you? You are
Walks the
summer
wrong
one that was
direction.
here. Yes, I am still not a constant here. Alright, let me see. I forgot I'm a cleric. I'm casting guidance on myself.
Wait,
Sure.
you're a cleric?
Make an investigation check.
Nice.
Fuck.
Nice.
I don't think a guidance is getting me out of this one.
Blossom, I'll give you this as specifically a paladin of Sune. The only thing you would notice, even on a 2, is that there appears to be a strand of blue hair sort of lovingly wrapped around the finger of this Summer Eladrin.
There's blue hair around his finger.
What?
Blue hair around his finger.
Wait. This one has green hair. Does the winter one have blue hair?
Yes.
So
Yeah, they do.
that sounds like the beloved trait. So maybe the beloved thingy towards the summer thingy.
Yes, but they also had beloveds from spring.
Well, there can be more than one. Probably there are 2 bowls.
No, spring. Spring's beloved gem might go into winter.
Why
Yes,
again?
but this is also winter.
Because of the vines. Vines.
We shouldn't get too like caught up in that there needs to be a sorrow and a beloved one in each room. They also might have 2 beloved or 2 sorrow.
So the beloved
like
one
that.
from spring you want to go to winter, and the beloved one from winter to the summer.
You guys
And
can
this-
move them around if you want. You should all have access
No.
to them. You should
Yeah.
be able
Okay,
to move
wait.
them.
So okay.
How many
welcome to the
investigation checks are we able to get? Because
So,
we're lacking a
being
lot of info
puzzle.
as of right now.
You are lacking a lot of info.
Yes.
I would say Blossom already checked the summer and the spring, so I would say for each of you, you could check them each once. Flair and Fletcher worked together to check the autumn one, so they already checked the autumn one. So but also keep in mind, it's not only investigation that might be relevant here. But I'll say for each one that you already checked, you can't check them again, basically.
Okay.
And also, if you're giving someone the help action, that is also you checking as well.
So winter
Writing
goes
down.
to summer.
I would like to check the spring one. But wait, what could be
No.
different there?
Sorry. Take your time.
Yeah. I'm thinking what else could we use here?
Feel, however, that lipstick and burn marks might be because of touching.
Blossom, as you take the white gem over to the beloved bowl of summer, something is preventing, like, there's almost like a small force field over top of it as you're trying to put the white gem in.
I will
No,
try.
That makes it
goes
so
here.
much easier.
I will try to take the gem out first.
Sure, as you take the red gem out, the white gem goes in.
Can't be too inside.
So
So it's not polyamory. That's what I'm understanding here.
Welcome to the past, different times.
Question is just now, like we know. Okay, let's take the simple matter. Obviously, winter is liked by spring. But do we have to put the beloved one from winter into spring, or from the spring into winter? That is. I think it's from. Garrick will take out the beloved one from spring, and we'll go over to the winter person when find them. Oh, over here. Oh, hey Fleur. And
I'm
we'll-
out of ideas.
Would put in the gem in here. The winter one was the one that had the vines, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I will put it in.
I'm going to investigate the spring in the meantime.
Alright.
Same with the summer.
Okay, so I will have an investigation check from Nola. Looking at the spring Eladrin, they have a orange kiss mark on the forehead, and the fingertips are ink stained. You already knew that. And Fletcher, you can also make an investigation check on the summer, right?
Also want on the winter
Nice.
one.
You see on the summer Eladrin a lock of blue hair intertwined lovingly around the finger. You can also see this one is likely a wizard, as you can see a spell book protruding from the robes, but there appears to be a bookmark in the spell book that looks like it might be a poem. There's also a wound on their chest that is likely the cause of death.
Can I inspect the wound?
Well, it's a glass coffin, so as close as you can get, it looks like it's a wound from a sword, like a blade wound.
Just throw out any information you've got.
Maybe maybe Nola can get her mage hand in the coffin to read the thing.
There's
Wait, what
a
do you want me to
poem.
read?
What, Fletch?
There's a poem here, written probably from somebody, and there's a sword wound.
Well,
Wait.
Spring had the ink marks, right? The ink stain, so probably
Yeah.
Spring. So that would be the beloved Spring.
But
There's
about the
also blue hair. Rev
Yeah.
lovingly.
Yeah, we had that. But the wound, like, didn't anybody have a sword?
Yeah, the winter one. Maybe the blue hair isn't wrapped lovingly. Maybe it's wrapped after the fight.
Hear me out.
No,
Love square.
I think we just have like don't forget, don't get too complicated. The sword obviously did the killing, so that is sorrow from one to another.
Yeah, so the winter one would be sorrow.
And then the Spring would come here with. I'm gonna bring Spring here for it.
Somebody writes everything down because my notes are just terrible.
Yeah, I'm writing it down.
Because it
Don't
got
worry.
it got
Okay,
so
I can
much
read
that in
out
one
what I
point-
have. I can read
Okay.
out what we
Already
have. If
lost.
you want me to.
The simple.
Do you want me to read out the notes?
No, that's not the point.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So do you want me or no?
I didn't. Well, yeah, sure. Why the fuck not? That's fine.
Right. So Spring has ink stains and orange kiss mark. The Winter has divines and the short sword. Then the Autumn has the lipstick and the burn marks. And Summer has a strand of blue hair lovingly wrapped around the finger. Probably a wizard has a spell book with a bookmark that's a poem and a wound of the sword.
So this summer one looks like a wizard. Nola, you throw firebolts everywhere, right? Those leave burn marks.
I have not once in my lifetime thrown a fireball, so that's an
Bolt,
oh bolts, yeah.
bolt.
So do you think that could be the sorrow for the Atom?
Maybe.
There might be a chance, but let's take the ones that are kind of obvious first, and then we can always
See
have
what's
the
left.
ones that are, yeah, kind of. So, the one with the sword killed that other person. So it would be sorrow from the killed person to the sword person. That Winter gets the sorrow one from fall, autumn. Oh, hey Fletch. Just
Winter gets sorrow from
from
Right.
autumn.
There you go. I already moved it over.
Just walking with. Oh, okay, you got it already.
It's in.
Can I ask
Oh,
why
okay.
you did that? Can you explain your reasoning?
From whom? The one with the sword thing?
Yes.
Like
The Autumn
because-
isn't the one that has the sword wound.
No, that was Summer.
Yeah.
Summer had the sword wound.
Oh,
Yeah.
I fucked up. Yeah, summer.
Okay.
Obviously. I just fucked up in my
Let me move it back.
That's why I asked if somebody had good thingamajigs.
So
Oh, hang on.